Hello you beautiful peeps, my name's John, welcome to my channel. Today we decided to come outside and do the unboxing of the brand new WO Toys 104009. We are now regretting it, we are sweating to death, so apologies for the ugliness. Right, this car was in Malta 10 days ago, but FedEx took 10 days to deliver it 4 miles. So thank you so much FedEx, great service. The car, we've had it out the box, we've run it a little bit, not driven it, but we've just done a small recording of the wheels turning. I did not think I was going to like this car, I'll be honest with you. I've watched a couple of reviews out there of other YouTubers, but I was gonna wait until we received the car basically to see what it was like. But once I got it out of the box and started to play with it a little bit, my opinion started to change. So let's see if it changes when we're actually out driving it today. So anyway, let's get into the box. Okay, here's the box. Instructions with the wheelie bar not attached. That needs to be attached before we drive it on the tarmac. I'm not so worried about that on the gravel here. We have had the car out, we have charged up the battery, as I said, we tested it yesterday, so it's not a true unboxing, like first time we've seen it type. Get a shot of that. We have the bog standard WO Toys controller, no real surprises there. And we have the car, and doesn't it look pretty? A lot better than what it looks in the pictures. I do like it. But there's the issue. There's the little white lie that WO Toys have decided to tell us all. Let me explain. If I could just have the 144001, Colin. Thank you. This is a 1/14 scale. Could I have the other one? This is a 1/12. As you can see, there is a difference. Now this is the 1/10. 1/12, 1/10. Hey, you're doing well WO Toys. And then we have the 1/10 104009. Do you see a problem? What's going on WO Toys? Surely you could have pulled this off the shelf and gone, So, what is it more like? Yes, it's a 1/12. We've been lied to, ladies and gentlemen. Can we forgive them for it? Well, I suppose we have to, because these are not real cars. So it's not like one of these exists and this is a true 1/10. This is not real, so maybe it is in their eyes a 1/10 of the real car in their imagination. So we'll let them off for that. But there's, again, something that's been concerning me with WO Toys trend at the minute, and that is you have this very old car, 60 kilometers an hour, metal everywhere, great car. 60 kilometers an hour, metal, great car. Then you have this one, 40. Why are we going slower as time goes by? Then we have this one, no metal chassis, and it goes 45, allegedly. We'll test that out today. So there is that little concern that I'm having about the trend that WO Toys are doing. Now maybe they're deliberately slowing these cars down so that then they can sell us the brushless versions, but surely it would be a better idea to keep them going at the 60 and get great reviews. I don't know, that's my own personal opinion. I'm not going to do a complete sort of look and strip down today, that will be on another video. I just wanted to get the car out and tested. It does look great, as I said. Thank you to Maker Fire for sending this to me for free. Very kind of you guys. I think the very best thing that we could do right now is get it tested on the gravel. One thing, this has been a concern that it's been popping off. If it pops off at all today, I will be sure to tell you all. Can't even get it off now, so there you go. So let's get on with the test. Hello everybody, well as you can see we're on the tarmac. We wanted to do a speed test. So if you just come down here, Colin, you can see that we are set to 0. Oh, we need to wait for some signal, great. Okay, we have 7 satellites now. So we're on start, set at 0. Excellent. Okay, got to stop, read 42 kph, which isn't bad considering they say 45. Hello you beautiful peeps, welcome back to the Blue Mat. So, you see what we tried to do yesterday. We tried to destroy this car. We did everything that we knew how. We even had a little bit of fun with it a little bit later, putting it on the swing. I don't know why we did that, but you know, sometimes you just got to try new things. The truck itself, right, look, okay, look. This is the underside. Do you see any damage there at all? And this truck, it took a beating. At one point, which we obviously didn't catch on camera, Colin was at the bottom of that hill that we were at, and I was at the top, and I needed the truck back at the top, and he literally threw it at me as hard as he could, because obviously, you know, it's a heavy truck, and it went straight into a huge boulder. No damage, none at all. So I don't know what we need to do to destroy this thing. There's a couple of things that I thought was a bit weird, like this, okay? I'm going to hold this one here. Watch this. It seems to have a servo saver on both sides. Well, maybe only on one, but this resulted in once it just decided to go and shoot off in its own direction. But that's not an issue. You're not going to be running it on tarmac a lot. It's not a tarmac vehicle, in my opinion. It is just a hell of a lot of fun. It went faster than what I expected, I'll be honest with you. We got up to the 42, I believe it was, and that's not bad. I still think the WL toys are going the wrong way. I don't get this whole theory of going slower as the years go on. Now, there was one issue. If you bought this truck and you take the shell off like I did, and as you see, it's connected here. So I went and pulled it up, and what they've done is they've glued obviously the connector there, and it just yanked the whole thing out. Let me just get rid of that for now. You can see it just yanked the whole thing out, but you know, the pins are still there, so it can still be used. What can I say about this truck? I've just been speaking with David over at Perth West Oz RC, and we're pretty much the same opinion on this one. I said to him, it feels like, you know, WL Toys went into the back of their sort of closet, their warehouse, picked out all of the old bits that they had and just threw this truck together. We've obviously been lied to. It's not a 1/10, it is a 1/12. And as what David pointed out, I hadn't noticed because I hadn't seen the instructions until I got home. Firstly, this is the cockpit from the 124018, which is a 1/12. So there we are, we've got all the proof we need. They lied to us. And then on the actual instructions of the truck, oh look, what's written here? WL Toys, what's going on? Are you having a couple of departments that are fighting against each other? So it's not good. There's going to be some people out there that are going to be disappointed that they paid for a 1/10 and they seem to have got a 1/12. As I said on my video earlier, that, you know, they can argue the fact that, you know, this is not based on an actual real life vehicle, so they can pretty much say what they want. But when your box says 1/10 and your instructions say 1/12, that's not good. Good WL Toys, come on. We've spent a lot of money on your cars and we expect a little bit more professionalism, in my opinion. To go to the truck's performance, I didn't want to like it. It seems very generic, you know, as I said, it feels like they've just sort of thrown bits together, but it works. If you want a truck that you just can go out and beat the crud out of it, well, hell yeah, there you go. Not one thing broke, not one thing popped off, nothing is damaged at all. And at the end of the day, that's what all of this is about. It's about having fun. And boy, did we have fun! It was a lot of fun. You know, Colin and myself were smiling away constantly. I thought these things here were going to snap off. No, they didn't snap off. Nothing. And having oil-filled shocks, please, other manufacturers out there, Eachine, Bonsai, that's the only other two I can remember right now. Please, just put oil-filled shocks on. It's not going to cost you that much more. And the difference is you have a vehicle that is drivable rather than bouncy and firing itself off into the hedge. Funnily enough, I did sort of drive this into the hedge that wasn't on the video, but, you know, I left that out because that just makes me look like a plonker. We'll move on. We'll move on. Concerning this here that people were concerned about was going to be popping off constantly. It did not pop off once. I had problems getting into it. And as you can see, This is the 2200 milliamp battery from the 124018 and 19. This is the one that came with the vehicle. Sorry, I'm just checking something there. It just fits straight in, which is great. I mean, you know, there's quite a big battery tray here, so if you want to put in larger batteries, you will. I will actually get it out with the... oh, do I have... I wanted to put a 3S battery into it, but I'm worried about doing that, and then, you know, you guys follow, and then it blows up your SE, so I don't think I'll be doing that one. I am going to be stripping this down on my next video, I'm sure, to see what's going on inside. Before running this car, I didn't grease the diffs, which is my own mistake, but I wanted to see how it ran out of the box. So, can I recommend this 1/12th car? Ooh, oops, 1/10th car. Yes! I have to, because I have to base it on the fun that Colin and myself had. And the things that we were doing with this truck was just unbelievable. Nothing broke on it. And that's a big factor when it comes to recommending these cars. If you're just going to be repairing them constantly, then that becomes an irritant. But I don't know how WL Toys got to this design. I don't really care. What I need to know is it worth the money? And yes, it is. I was concerned about the metal swing arms, you know, the damage or the energy transferring to other parts, but nothing's broken, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. You saw on some of the slow-mos, the vehicles were thrown, you know, the arms are thrown right back. It's just flexible, it doesn't break. So definitely order it. Be aware, it is smaller than what you expect, so it is a 1/12th. If you want a 1/12th, go and get it. It's a heavy truck, without doubt, but I like that. It just, when it went over bumps, it landed quite well. So, there you go. I've been turned, because at the start, before I drove this, I didn't think I was going to like it, as I said on the video, and I turned out to like it. I appreciate something that can take that much of a beating and not break. So there you go. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, it is important. Stay safe, take care. Bye bye.